All right, guys, welcome back to another video, and we are loaded up. Figured I'd save you the trouble of watching us load up for the millionth time. So we're all ready to go. So just lock the car down with the straps. So we are essentially ready to make sure we got everything and take off. So we'll pick back up probably after or during tech inspection, because we go up, today to get that done. Then racing will start Friday morning. So anyway, we'll see you guys when we're up at Mid-Michigan Motorplex. All right, guys, just made it through tech. So we got our number, and we're pretty much done. We'll pull it back in the trailer here soon, and then we'll be ready to start racing in the morning. So might film some cars if we walk around, but as for now, we'll probably catch you guys in the morning when we start running and see some of the prep we're going to do before we run. I think we might be changing plugs, checking tire pressures, just some of the minor usual stuff. So anyway, yeah, we'll catch you guys in the morning.
For a while.
So he's got the window sticker on the red, and it says Rackle.
You have some
465
sun-damped.
I'll have to look.
Yeah, I got some too.
Could be a 456.
That's what it is. Yeah, 456 rear. They made it that big an axle?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
All right, guys, next morning, test and tune day, and where they take your best ET to match you up for Saturday. So Dad and I are just kind of getting everything organized a little bit. So we're gonna probably pop a plug out, check out how they look. Probably gonna be a little bit on the rich side. So we may, adjust the carb just a little bit. Maybe even swap plugs, just not 100% yet. So we'll pop those out really quick, and we'll let you know what we find here. I'll check back in, so keep you guys up to date with what we're doing. Oop. Okay, we're gonna take her around, get her warmed up a little bit, and then we're gonna check a few things. So take you along with me. We'll drive through some of the pit areas here and get her warmed up. Then we'll come back and see what we want to do.
Yeah, you got one behind you.
Okay.
You're clear.
no power steering, I'm gonna cut the video here and finish driving around, and then we'll check back at the trailer. Okay, we got her warmed up. Check the plugs, they look actually pretty good, so I think we're just gonna do a run, get a baseline. Gonna set up the GoPro for you guys and be on that for a minute. They just started running, so we'll go ahead and get this bad boy ready. Get the GoPro set up and we'll be good to go. Well, GoPro stopped recording, so we're swapping back to the phone. Well, I think we made a good rip on that one, guys. I should have got the camera angle. I didn't know it was going to be in the left lane, but we had Rick Mahoney in his 71 Hemi Super B, which usually run, or Charger, I think. Whatever it is, I'll get a video of it, but it usually runs like 12 ones. So I was right there about, he had about a car on me, so we'll see what the heck I did here. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, we got a 1254, guys, so that's only, our best is a 1247. I had a little bit slower of a 60 foot on that one, so definitely could have squeezed a little bit more off the line, so we'll see what we can do. We'll let her cool down a little bit, and we'll make another hit here in just a few, see if we can squeeze a 1240 out of it. But I'm happy with that, so that just, we definitely know our brake issue's fixed. So on that note, let's let her cool down. I ended up not filming because I was hot lapping, so got the car back, we ran a personal best. Dad at least recorded from the outside, so we do have footage of it. We were racing a Silver Nova 396, 375 horse car. So here's the ticket. So I am, see if we can get it to focus here, car number 28. So I had a 185 60 foot, which is a PR for this car, with a 12:46 at 110. So look at those times right there. It was a dang good race. So I could tell he nosed me out from in the car just a little bit. So anyway, we'll check back in when we go up and make another pass.
Ryan Sanders and Adrian Beltran coming up. The Firebird of Newmarket, Ontario, Canada is the left-hand lane. Ryan out of Galveston, Indiana with the 68 Firebird in the right-hand lane. This is, you may not, it doesn't have the correct hood, but this is actually a Firebird 400 with a 400A show. It should have that is, yeah, this is the same car. There's two Carburator green cars. I got to make sure. No, that was.
All right, guys, it's next morning. So this is the day of the final day of the event. And just got over here. It's raining first thing this morning. I think it just kind of petered off. It's about 9:37. So we're gonna play around with the car. Got a plug out. And it looks, if we can get this thing to focus here. There we go. Nice and light brown. So we got a good burn going, but it is a little cooler today, so we may end up trying a little fatter set of secondary metering rods, just see if it runs any better. If it doesn't, we'll throw back in what we had because we don't want to screw up how good we've been running. So I'm gonna toss this plug back in. We may try these other metering rods, but we'll check back in and let you guys know what we do. All right, guys, we changed out, did one run with the metering rods we've been running. We swapped them to a tad bit richer one. The air fuels were just a little lean up on the big end, so we're gonna see if it likes it, because the air is a little bit better today. So I'm gonna make a test hit here, and then I'll check back in with you guys and we'll see how it does. And then we'll know if we need to go back to the other ones we are, or leave these in it.
And right lane, we got a ram into, I think this is, it's hard to tell right now. Yeah, this is a ram into. Firebird going against the 400 4-speed 71.
We just made that run, and I slowed down the 60 foot a little bit, and that was just my doing, which it was still a good 60 foot, but just not as good as we were running yesterday. So we richened it up with some richer secondary metering rods, and it liked it. So even with a slower 60 foot, I was still able to cut a 12-493 at 110.75. So I think it liked the extra fuel, and I watched, I was going through the traps, and it was down around 12.75 to 1, 12.8. So I think it really liked that extra fuel. I think she was just a little bit too lean. Either way, I think we're going to leave those be, and we should be good. So anyway, we're done running for just the practice, and then I'll do a nice walk through the pits when all the cars are lined up, and then we'll be able to start making our best out of 3. So we'll check back in when all these cars are lined up after lunch. All right, guys, we're ready to go up for round 1 of eliminations. And it is hot. Had a old quadribog instance there, it just fell flat on its face, so it is what it is. And then it even spun, which I haven't done that almost all week. I think it's only the second time I've spun, so I don't know why it just fell flat on its face. I knew it was a bad 60 foot. Oh well, see if we can get a little better one on this last one. I made a pretty decent pass on that one, guys, and that's gonna do it. Get my helmet off. So that's gonna do it. That was race number 3. He red lit both the first ones, so that kind of did it for that. But we wanted to run all 3. But I tried to launch a little bit harder on that one. So I don't know if I got it. It felt pretty decent. So we'll check our ticket here and see what it did. Thank you. Wasn't that good. My 60 foot was still slow. It's about a 1/10 off of what I was running yesterday, so that would equivalent to almost 2/10 on the big end. So with the mile an hour, I bet I could have dropped into the 12.3s if I could have got a good 60 foot. But yeah, that's gonna do it. All right, guys, all loaded up and done. So that's it. Another pure stock drags in the wrap, or in the books. That's a wrap. I can't speak. So we're gonna check for lights on the trailer real quick, be sure we're good. And then we're gonna be making our way home, and I'll probably do a little outro when I head home. That way we can tell you guys a little bit about what happened throughout the end of the race. And then we'll get back with you then. Okay, we are back from the pure stock drags, and I wanted to do a little bit of recap. I didn't exactly film the way I wanted to because I was super stoked to use my GoPro this year, and it was pretty much malfunctioning the whole time. Wouldn't stay recording. I'd record for roughly like 30 seconds to a minute at a time and just cut off. So I was kind of forced to kind of keep the same angle with the phone, just because, you know, those cars don't have very good areas around to really get, because if I put it back here, you know, my helmet's in the way. If I put it up front, you're not really seeing a whole lot besides me. So at least over on that one side, you guys can see me shift, kind of see what's going on around me. But that was kind of disappointing, so I didn't get the footage I had anticipated. But I don't quite know what I said, but figured I'd give a quick recap. On Friday, I noticed toward about the 1,000 foot mark, roughly, the car started running a bit lean up top. So when I shifted into third under full throttle, it was right around 12.8 to 1, so which is plenty rich, but right as I'd hit that 1,000-foot mark and continuing on to finishing at the quarter-mile marker, it had crept up to about 13.7, 13.8 to 1, which is fairly lean. Obviously, it's getting in that danger zone, a little too close for comfort. Went back, checked plugs. They still looked like a good burn, but we ended up going to a little bit richer secondary metering rods on Friday morning, made a couple hits. It really liked it. And going through the traps, it was at about 12.9 to 13.0, which is perfect. So it really liked that change. And then as for the 3 rounds on the shootout on Saturday, man, I was just pussyfooting it off the line. I was cutting like 190, 60 foots, and I could have went a little bit harder. Everyone was struggling with the track all weekend, and me and a couple other guys did fine. I mean, I was cutting 183, 60 foots, which is the best that car's ever done. And I should have been leaving a little bit harder during the shootout, but trying to cut a good light and time not spinning was kind of getting in my head and screwed me up. But our opponent ended up red lighting on the first 2 races, which ended up giving me the shootout win, but that's not how you want it to go. It was still a blast driving with Mike in his 69 liftoff hood A12. That thing was, I've loved those cars since I was a kid, so that was cool to finally be paired up with one and run one of those cars. So other than that, car ran fantastic. I mean, with as poorly as that track was prepped and being able to cut a 183 60 foot at a 12.43, that tells me that car still got a little bit more in it. And we are up cresting 111, which I've only done one time prior in that car, but it was like 110.94, I think. So that tells me, and the air was horrible all weekend. So if we would have had good air, better prep track, I mean, that thing would have been in the 1230s, no problem. And I know, you know, you go out east somewhere at like sea level, that car would pick up 3/10 with ease, maybe even a little bit more. So you're talking that car could be dipping in the 1190s if we had some really good air. But safe to say, with a good prep track, 1220s, 1230s as it sits, that's pretty damn quick stock car. So on that note, we were pretty stoked with how it ran. Like I said, I didn't get to film as much just because my GoPro going bad kind of, I don't know, it's kind of disappointing. So I'm going to go through and try to get that thing working, see if there's an update that it needs or something, and we'll try to get that squared away. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do my best to put together a little video here. Didn't film as many cars as I wanted, but Dad did get some external footage from outside the car of some runs, which I know you guys already saw all of that. So big thanks to Dad for helping film some of that stuff and getting some footage of some other cars that I didn't get to. But anyway, on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the pure stock drags as a whole. I ended up just throwing everything into one video because, like I said, I didn't film as much as I normally do because it's just kind of the same thing. You know, it just didn't feel the need to get too silly and make 2 videos. So anyway, on that note, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And look forward to the next 2 videos because we got 2 new project cars, and I think you guys are going to enjoy them. So anyway, catch you guys in the next video.